Hello and welcome to the channel The BI Nerd.
My name is Sarah.
And my name is Java.
And in this video we will learn to make awesome Power BI dashboard like this from the scratch.
To make the dashboard, we will use column chart, line chart, matrix chart, cards, slicer, and conditional formatting.
Let's look at our data first and understand what are we creating dashboard for. So we have data for date, country, product, sales, sales target, cost of product, revenue, target revenue, returned products, and revenue lost.
We will insert our Excel files using the shortcut available at the canvas. This will provide us a pop-up window with file selection option. I will select my file for building this dashboard.
The navigator will pop up and will allow us to select our dataset. I will select the dataset. Training data for this dashboard.
Once the data loads up, if there is an error, we can close it. It won't affect the end result. Now, our data is loaded at the right side at Fields section. Select and drag the clustered column chart icon from the visualization section. Select date, then drag and drop date to x-axis. Similarly, drag and drop revenue to y-axis. Now here, the revenue should the sum and not count. We need to change the data types for the revenue. I will select the revenue, then go to the top and change the data type to whole number and then change the format to currency. I will now change the count to sum by clicking on the down arrow. I will now select product, then drag and drop product to legend. Let's drill down the visual until x-axis is months. Now we will format the x-axis, and y-axis, we will increase the size of font, make the font bold and select black color. Let's change colors of bars by selecting columns and then colors. We will experiment with various colors. I will let the laptop be orange and tablet be a blue color. We have now created the first visualization of our dashboard. We have revenue on the y-axis and months on the x-axis. We will make similar graph for the sales. Next, turn the data labels on. We will increase the font size, make them bold, and we will change the color to black.
To make the sales graph, select and drag the clustered column chart icon from the visualization section. Expand the visual by dragging the edges of the visual. Select date, then drag and drop date to x-axis, similarly drag and drop sales to y-axis. Now here, the sales should the sum and not count. We need to change the data types for the sales. I will select the sales, then go to the top and change the data type to whole number. Let's drill down the visual until x-axis is months. I will now change the count to sum by clicking on the down arrow. Now let's select product, then drag and drop product to legend. We will now ensure that the colors of the bars matches up with the color of bars of revenue for the two products. Now we will format the x-axis, and y-axis, we will increase the size of font, make the font bold and select black color. Let's change colors of bars by selecting columns and then colors. I will let the laptop be orange and tablet be of blue color. Next, turn the data labels on. We will increase the font size, make them bold, and we will change the color to black. We will now make the line graph. To make the revenue versus revenue lost graph, select and drag the line chart icon from the visualization section. We want to display the total revenue versus the revenue lost in this visual. This will help the dashboard viewer to understand the losses per month. I will select date, then drag and drop date to X-axis, drag and drop revenue to Y-axis, and drag and drop revenue lost to the secondary Y-axis. Let's drill down the visual until X-axis is months. We can see that this graph is confusing. The reason is that the revenue is on the left side and revenue lost is on the right side. I will move revenue lost from secondary Y-axis to Y-axis under revenue because we want a relative comparison. Now we will format the X-axis, and Y-axis, we will increase the size of font, make the font bold, and select black color. Next, turn the data labels on, we will increase the font size, make them bold, and we will change the color to black. Let's turn on the markers and format the color of our lines. I will select purple for the revenue and red for the revenue lost. Now, we want to understand how much is the real revenue gain per month since products were returned all month, and they were either replaced or refunded. So, we will do a quick measure. I will left-click on the three dots for more options and select a new quick measure. The quick measure window will pop up. I will select the subtraction from the calculation type drop-down and then from the field section move the revenue lost field to the value to subtract. Power BI will do the calculation and subtract lost revenue from total revenue and will create a new field. I will name this newly created field as New Revenue Gain. Now we have a new calculated field Net Revenue Gain and will use it in the matrix chart.
Select and drag the matrix icon from the visualization section. I will select then drag and drop the date to rows and then drag and drop revenue, revenue lost and net gain revenue to the values field one by one. Let's drill down the data until the rows are months. We can see that the revenue lost does not have a currency sign. I will change the data format type for revenue lost to currency. To do that, I will select the revenue lost field and then go to top of the canvas and will select the $sign from the ribbon. We will format the values, go to Format Your Visual section, we will select Values, we will increase the font size, make them bold, and we will change the color to black. We will format the column and row headers by increasing the font size, make them bold, and we will change the color to black. I will now enable the horizontal and vertical grid lines. You can also change the color and width of the grid lines if you want. Then I will increase the space between the rows of the matrix. I can do that by increasing the row padding number. By selecting the specific column formatting, I will center align all the three columns in our metric table. Now all the three columns are aligned. Next, we want to use conditional formatting to the revenue lost column in the matrix table. To do that, I will go to the Values section and select the drop-down arrow and will select the option of conditional formatting. I will format my column by icons. Conditional formatting window will pop up and we will have format style as rules and will apply it field of revenue lost. We have the option to select multiple different styles from the style drop-down. I will select this one as a KPI indicator for my matrix. We can use the move case arrows to move the icons up or down as per rules. Now our values are numbers and not percent, so let's change all the fields to numbers and then I will add my values. Here 0 to 1.5 million is green, 1.5 million to 2 million is yellow, and anything greater than 2 million is red, hence I will leave it at max. Our revenue lost column is now conditionally formatted. We will format the values by increasing the font size, make them bold, and we will change the color to black.
Now we will make the card for returned products. Let's select the card icon from the visualization selection. I will drag and drop returned products data to fields. Let's format this card. To do this, we will go to the Format section and we'll select the callout value to make it bold, and we'll change the color of category labels to black. In the general settings, I will add a visual border and shadow to the card. We will copy-paste this card by using the command Ctrl+C and then Ctrl+V. Next we will replace the field values with sales and sales target. And we'll resize, align, and rearrange these visuals on the top.
Now let's insert a slicer to filter our data as per date. To do that, I will select a slicer from the visualization section and drag and drop the date data to the field. We will now insert another slider for the product type. We will copy-paste this slider and swap the field data with product type data. We will now format our slicers. To do that, let's go to Format Your Visual section and select Slicer Header, make it bold and make the values bold. Do the same steps for formatting the date slider.
Let's change the headings of our visuals so that the dashboard visuals are more presentable and easier to understand. To change the heading, select the visual, then go to the Format section and select General Settings. I will then select the title and will replace the existing title with Revenue. Let's format the title bold and align it at the center. I will now repeat the same steps to change the titles of other visuals in the Power BI dashboard. Remember, we should name our visuals in such a way that the reader can understand the data and interpret the graph results. I will also make other visuals titles bold, black, and center aligned. We will add visual borders to each visual by clicking on General Settings and then enabling the visual borders in Effects. Now, as a final check, let's ensure we have all our visuals at the proper size and resize them if required. Finally, we have our Power BI dashboard ready. This awesome-looking dashboard can now filter the data based on dates and product type. This will create dynamic reporting and will filter the data as you click on the file. You too can create this dashboard by following the simple steps. You can find the link to download the dataset file in the description and load this file in Power BI, and follow the steps shown in this video.
Thank you. Please subscribe to the channel and check out other Power BI videos. You can click on links to other videos at the end of this video. Subscribe to the channel to get regular updates on Power BI Dashboard.